So I don't know if people know. So you have your Instagram here, and for people listening, it's yin-yang_lift on Instagram because you lift a lot.
Yeah, I lift boxes, I lift groceries, I lift everything.
No. You lift heavy ass fucking weight constantly.
For fun.
For fun. How often do you go to the gym?
6 days a week, or maybe sometimes 7 days a week.
For fun.
And maybe getting up at 5:30 in the morning to do faster workouts like cardios. But,
so a lot. One of the things I really wanted to talk about was like if you've had any crazy stories or any stories about like people coming up to you at the gym, because I imagine they see you doing your squats, your leg abductors. Yeah, see, I'm with the shits. Your leg presses. When you're doing these types of workouts, I'm sure guys are like trying not to make eye or looking at you through the mirrors. They have mirrors. Do you have any stories or anything? Can you tell me?
So usually when I'm at the gym, I have a resting bitch face. All the time, I'm like, don't come and talk to me. But if you smile, at me, I will smile back because I want to be respectful and everything. But one of the most just like common thing that some guys would do at the gym that I have even like noticed for myself, like not for other, like not for me, but for other people. Yeah. I see them like staring hardcore to the point where it's hard to not notice. Right. Like, so if you're at the gym, like you see a girl that's like beautiful, you want to go and talk to her and whatever. Like, I'm not talking about me, but like just girls in general. Yeah. Like, you see someone like that, like just please don't like freaking like. So
are they like at the water fountain and they're just like eyeballing you? Or?
So like there was this one time where I'm just like just looking around, and I just saw this guy that was staring at this girl next to me, and he was just like straight up, just this, like staring straight up, and then I'm like, does he have a problem? Bro,
he was about to catch a case.
Do I need to go and put my face right behind her butt and be like, you got a problem, sir? But there's this other time where this. I always go to gym late sometimes before, and like there was this guy that would literally turn his body 180 just to look. Like,
so like he's doing like tricep.
Like right here, he's like, okay, so the mirror is right here, right? Yeah. You got the lifting mirror, just trying to like admire your biceps.
No, watch your form.
And then like the squat rack is behind him, so he's like back of his head is like facing the mirror that I'm like squatting at, and then you just see him like turning his body like 180 to like look. Fuck. Like, guys, don't.
Wait, couldn't he just look through the mirror and like look at you?
Right. Like if you look through a mirror and I don't notice, like
that's kind of fucking.
Eyeballs on your own face.
They're kind of fucking slow.
You can go ahead and do whatever you want.
That's crazy. Sure. So they didn't even have the decency to like just like look through the mirror, pretend they're doing their lifts.
Yeah,
they're like.
So they were like
turning around to go, bruh.
And another thing that gets on my nerves.
Here we go.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Go off.
Like, guys, please don't give that like freaking Rico Suave look. Like, like don't bite your lips.
The light skin look, and, like, eyebrows up.
Oh my god! Please, like,
eyes
don't think, like,
shut. And then they in the little hand like say, baby girl. How much OnlyFans cost?
Oh my god! No, please don't do that. Like,
jeez, do they seriously do that at the gym though? Like
they would check you out like this. It's really awkward, and I don't know what to do when I see someone do that. I'm just like, okay, look away,
You're like, I'm uncomfortable now. Holy shit, that's insane. They're just giving you that like, bro. They think everyone thinks they're Drake. I don't know. I don't get it. That's insane. Have you had anyone ever like come up to you?
Yes. So there was this guy in the mid of me doing kickbacks. Okay, like the one where you stick your leg out and trying to like kick your ass up.
Wait, is that the one where you're laying down?
No. The one I'm standing. I think I was standing. Or maybe I was on the bench.
Okay.
No, you
I don't go to the gym a lot. I don't fucking know. I'm
like,
sorry. I don't.
Donkey kick or whatever the heck you want to do. And this guy came up to me and he was being very very kind and like polite at first, and so of course me being the person I am,
you're not just because you
have a resting bitch face.
Yeah.
If you come and approach me, I'm going to be
very
like,
sweet,
oh,
super
hi,
sweet.
How are you? And so of course I would respond back. I'm like, oh hi, like how are you? And he just kept on talking, right?
Oh,
and then there's me,
those.
and I started looking at my watch. I'm like, okay, yeah.
Trying to make it obvious.
Trying to make it obvious,
but
like,
not being
I'm
mean.
on a time crunch.
Gotcha.
But there he is, standing there talking to me for 45 minutes, and I just didn't know how to
like stop it.
him.
Yeah, just tell him to fuck up, or Yeah.
No, I wouldn't. I cannot tell anyone to.
No, I know.
Like,
we could talk about that too, because I feel like that's a thing for a lot of people, not just for girls, but for guys.
Yeah, you just don't want to hurt someone's feelings,
right?
Without like making like putting your boundaries out,
right?
And it's kind of hard to do that when you're trying to like be considerate of the other person's feelings. Yeah,
because you're very nice. You're not trying to.
Want them to be respectful.
And they just don't get the hint. So have you? I mean, this is like a thing I'm sure y'all girls have seen, but like people who just like don't get the hint, like they just don't realize, like they have no social awareness to be like, I think this girl that I'm talking to doesn't want to be talking to me, because like he did the watch thing, right? So that he could kind of like see and maybe be like, oh, sorry. And I take it, he was just like, oh
yeah, you know what else happened after that? Okay, so this guy was like, oh, can I like, are you interested in getting a drink with me, or like grab dinner? And then so I said, oh no, I'm sorry. I'm like,
I don't eat food.
I'm not. I starved myself. But I told him, I was like, oh, like thank you for inviting me, but like I'm not really interested. And he looked so pissed off and walked off after wasting 40 minutes on my workout. And I'm just like,
How does that make you feel?
That makes me feel like, I don't know.
Like, what a little bitch boy.
And I'm like, did he just fucking do that?
Yeah,
I think he did.
So someone watching, thank you, is asking, what if it's in the vice versa? And denial is not cool with, and they're also saying, and denial is not cool with guys if they never try and finally decide to. Sure. Okay. So they're basically asking and saying, obviously for guys, it's. It sucks getting denied or rejected, right? But to that, that guy also doesn't have to be, a fucking bitch boy.
Like when it's vice versa, in my opinion, I believe, for girls and guys, like if you want to pursue something, just people, goals in general, you have to be able to take the step. You have to be like, oh, I'm gonna be okay with denial. Yeah. I'm gonna be okay with rejection, because it happens. Not everything in the world is gonna go your way, you know? So it's kind of goes in the same thing as like, you never know until you try. And the fact that you have the courage to just go up to a guy or a girl and be like, hey, I think you're beautiful, you're very attractive, I want to get to know you more. It's I applaud, because like not everyone has the courage to do that to like a random stranger at the gym that you're not sure if they want to even talk to you or not. But you have to keep in mind that people might not want to get to know you. That's their loss if they choose not to 100% get to know you and everything. So like, I'm sure that person that approached me was a good guy, and I just wasn't interested, and I had to reject him because I don't want to lead people on. And in a way, if you lead someone on with no intention of dating or getting to know them, that's wasting their time and your time.
Right. So, it's worse. Yeah, it's worse if you had been like, you weren't interested in that guy, and then you were like, oh, I mean, I'm trying not to be mean and say like, no, not really, or whatever.
Yeah, people get salty because they get.
So someone in the chat brings up a good point. I mean, like, that's one of the ways where it's like, that person is they show how much of a good decision it was that you denied them because of how they took it, right? Exactly. So what if someone took it like a champ and someone was like, hey, I totally understand what you're saying, or I get it, like, sure, fine, okay, no problem, I hope you have a nice day, whatever. Try to make it weird, especially if they're at the fucking gym and saying something like, I hope you don't think it's any weird if I ever see you at the gym, I understand, blah, 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 and then they just fucking go, right? That's a graceful exit.
And also, like, I'm pretty sure it goes for girls and guys. Majority of the time, they don't want to be disturbed if they're in the middle of their workout. Like, you have to find a good time. If they're, like, resting between sets, like, you know, people that go to the gym, resting between sets, or just like getting water, or like, you know, coming out of the locker room and you catch them, like that would be a good time because they're probably not doing anything with that small period of time.
Sure.
Introduce yourself, let them know that you exist. Right? So sometimes you like look around the gym and you see so many people, you can't really get a good impression of like someone, just because there's so many people everywhere and it's hard to just grab the person's attention because there's so many people in the gym. And introduce yourself, go about your workout.
Too.
Yeah, go about your workout, introduce yourself, and you know, just because you introduce yourself, next time they come in the gym, they see you, they're like, hey, that person introduced themselves to me.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna pay attention to them more compared to those that I don't know.
Right, especially if it was a good like introduction or whatever. They'd be like, oh, you know, there's that person, you know, he was nice, he wasn't fucking
I like
weird.
your shoes.
Yeah,
like I love when people compliment me.
Oh my fucking god.